WWE has featured a plethora of changes to the programming in the past few years. Since Triple H's involvement as the Chief Content Officer, everything has been working well for the company. Their new Netflix deal is about to kick off in a couple of months, and the excitement for that has been over the roof. However, recent rumors of Netflix specifically wanting a few names on the Red brand's roster have concerned fans. Reportedly, Netflix has declared that they want Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk on the Raw roster. While there hasn't been an official update yet, it seems like a few changes to the rosters of both brands might be seen very soon. However, wrestling veteran Vince Russo feels the other way around. In a recent edition of the Coach and Bro Show on Backstage Pass, Russo addressed the same and stated that WWE should end the brand split for the first time since 2016 and combine the rosters, featuring the same stories on Raw and then continuing them on SmackDown. While it is still unknown if WWE would switch Reigns and Rhodes to Raw, giving Netflix what they want, it could create some issues on the Blue brand. Time will tell how Triple H will change things around heading into 2025. In an exclusive interview with a former WWE employee, the suggestion that Triple H should implement a significant change to WWE after 9 years in his current role has sparked intrigue across the wrestling community. Triple H, known formally as Paul Levesque, took on leadership duties within WWE's creative team in 2016 and has since played an instrumental role in reshaping the brand. His tenure has been marked by both critical successes and areas of criticism. Now, as WWE prepares for a new era in 2025, there's growing buzz that Triple H might need to make substantial adjustments to maintain WWE's relevance and keep up with an evolving fanbase. This insider insight brings to light the shifting landscape of professional wrestling, where audience expectations, storytelling needs, and competition are more intense than ever. Below, we delve into the reasons behind the suggested changes, explore the potential transformations that could be implemented, and examine the broader implications for WWE's future. Triple H's tenure as a creative leader has been marked by sweeping initiatives. He's credited with giving a platform to up-and-coming talent, pushing for longer-form storytelling, and enhancing WWE's developmental brand, NXT. NXT evolved from being a developmental show into a formidable brand of its own under Triple H's direction, showcasing rising stars who would go on to become household names on the main roster. For many fans, NXT under Triple H became a highlight, even outshining Raw and SmackDown at times. However, as much as he's celebrated for his achievements, there have also been challenges. WWE faces competition from emerging wrestling promotions such as All Elite Wrestling, AEW, which has drawn in fans looking for alternative wrestling narratives and styles. As fan preferences continue to shift, the former WWE employee suggested that Triple H may need to consider a drastic overhaul to keep WWE's product fresh and engaging. The former WWE employee suggested that one major area needing change is WWE's storytelling approach. While WWE is known for its storylines, many fans feel that they've grown stagnant, particularly on the main roster shows. To keep up with the ever-evolving entertainment landscape, WWE may need to push for more organic, reality-based storytelling that resonates with modern audiences. Triple H is known for his dedication to long-term story arcs, but this former insider believes he may need to recalibrate his approach to align with the fast-paced entertainment demands of today's audiences. One of the suggestions is to allow more freedom for wrestlers to develop their own storylines and characters. Historically, WWE has had a more rigid, script-heavy structure, but the new generation of fans values authenticity. By giving wrestlers the chance to input their creativity and lean into their personalities, WWE could reignite some of the magic that wrestling fans crave. A frequently discussed possibility is WWE embracing a style reminiscent of the Attitude Era, a time in the late 90s and early 2000s known for its edgy, rebellious tone. This was a period when WWE thrived in pop culture, and it had a broad appeal to an adult audience. With a new generation of fans and increased competition, WWE could benefit from loosening its restrictions and returning to a slightly more mature tone that incorporates real-world issues and character-based conflicts. The former employee suggested that this doesn't mean WWE has to adopt the exact edginess of the past, but rather tap into the more complex, layered storytelling style that made it so compelling. In this new era, WWE could find creative ways to combine sophisticated storytelling with the over-the-top drama that made it famous, while still keeping its content appropriate for modern viewers. WWE's expansion of talent from different backgrounds and regions has been notable in recent years, but this insider believes there's still more room to grow in this area. The wrestling world is brimming with incredible talent from around the globe, and fans are more diverse than ever. By prioritizing recruitment from various cultures and showcasing wrestlers with different in-ring styles and backgrounds, WWE can create a product that appeals to a broader global audience. Triple H has previously been involved in establishing WWE performance centers in international locations, and expanding this concept could be a great way to bring in unique talent. Imagine talent pools from Japan, Mexico, Europe, and Africa, all contributing to a WWE that feels more inclusive and global. This expansion could also strengthen WWE's brand overseas, making it more competitive on the international stage. In 2025, technology is more central than ever to entertainment, and WWE's embrace of digital interaction is seen as crucial. The former employee recommended that Triple H consider ways to better integrate digital platforms and social media to allow fans to feel more connected to the superstars and storylines. WWE has been at the forefront of using social media, but there's always room to innovate. For example, creating live polls where fans vote on match stipulations or even storyline directions could add an interactive element to WWE's programming. By tapping into virtual reality, augmented reality, and behind-the-scenes content exclusive to WWE's streaming services, fans can experience WWE on a more immersive level. WWE could also look into offering exclusive live content for streaming platforms, giving subscribers unique access to the wrestlers' lives and adding extra layers to the stories. One of the biggest areas of discussion is a potential revamp of WWE's main roster shows, Raw and SmackDown. While both shows have massive viewership, the weekly programming has been criticized for its predictable format. The former employee suggested that Triple H consider reimagining the layout and style of these shows to make them more dynamic and engaging. One approach could be experimenting with a different structure for Raw and SmackDown, perhaps adding a recurring theme or rotating special episodes to break the routine and surprise fans. Changing the production style, incorporating more cinematic elements, and adding depth to the presentation could make WWE's flagship shows feel fresher and less formulaic. WWE's cinematic matches, like the Boneyard match with The Undertaker, showed that innovative ideas can resonate well with audiences, and Raw and SmackDown could benefit from a similar approach. Under Triple H, WWE has made considerable progress with women's wrestling, bringing it to the forefront and giving it a more prominent place on the card. However, this former insider suggests that there is still room for growth. By making women's wrestling an even more significant part of WWE programming, with longer storylines and more main event matches, WWE could attract a broader fan base. One suggestion is to introduce a women's equivalent of Money in the Bank that could add an extra layer of excitement. WWE could also create more cross-promotional opportunities between NXT, Raw, and SmackDown's women's rosters, allowing for fresh matchups and rivalries. With stars like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair leading the way, WWE could elevate the women's division even further.